for some exciting baseball. Thank you to the Washington Nationals for helping to make this event one of the greatest bipartisan traditions in Congress, a success again this year. Tonight, we would also like to thank the U.S. Capitol Police and all of the residents who are this is the defeated playing all of those covering tonight with Scalise, Special Agents Crystal Bryant and David Bailey, Matt London, and here with us tonight, please welcome Zach Gordon. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps as the United States Capitol Police Ceremonial Unit presents our nation's colors. Victims of yesterday's horrific attacks. Please join us now. Thank you for showing your support to all of those who were injured. Please remain standing as we honor our country with a performance of the Star Spangled Banner and God Bless America. Performing the national anthem this evening, we welcome the Congressional Florists, directed by DeSantis.
All
is one of Anheuser-Busch's world-famous Budweiser fries biscuits. From the Quincy's first appearance in 1930, to more than a legal prohibition, to their enduring presence in an outlaw, the Quincy's are more than the simple Budweiser beer. They are the living embodiment of America's great industrial spirit.
We are here to serve this nation in love. In the chat real quick, well, hello everyone. In the chat, let me know what the score is real quick so I can put it up on the screen and then update it once it gets updated. Thanks.
Back here at Nationals Park, the Democrats lead the Republicans 7-2 as we go to the fourth inning. Cedric Richmond back to the mound, facing Thomas Rooney. Swinging strike one, and the second offering is outside, 1-1. Rooney struck out swinging his first time as ball two. Richmond back 2-1. Inside corner. 2-2. Richmond works quickly, as we've mentioned, from the windup. The 2-2. Oh, he wanted that call. Not going to get it. 3-2. Strike three call to the inside corner. Rooney goes down looking. Richmond gets him for the first out of the inning. Got to swing the bat.
That's his fourth strikeout.
Is that our first backwards K tonight? I believe it is.
He got Rand Paul on that breaking ball in his first at bat as well.
Yep, you know what? I had that marked down the other way.
If Richmond's had any issues, this has been control. He's walked 4 as well.
Yep.
But only given up 2 hits. His 2 first inning runs for the Republicans.
Bounces the first offering to Rodney Davis in the dirt. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. That's a nice pitch.
He's got the good breaking ball working for sure.
Davis steps in. Right side. The 1-1. Strike 2 called. Over the plate. 1-2 to Davis. Richmond into the wind. Strike 3 called again on the inside corner. Davis bent back out of that one, and it caught the corner.
I think he's warm. I think he's gotten warmed up. This is the Cedric Richmond they were hoping that they would not see when this game started.
Here comes the replay. Watch this one. Oh, I thought we were going to see a replay.
Once they spotted him a 5-run lead, he's coming right after guys.
Rand Paul takes a ball. He struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Besides practicing for this game, Rand Paul has been working on the trying to factor in stuff. Ooh, was that? Did he close to getting hit, right?
Check swing and went off the bat, strike 2.
Oh, I see. He's been on the healthcare beat and a bit of conjecture about what's going to be in the Republican Senate's healthcare bill, with little publicity being given and they're being accused of trying to sneak that thing through. That will prove to be one of the big stories of the session, among other big stories.
Here comes the 1-2, swinging a ground ball in the hole at short. Diving effort from Ryan's going to get past it.
He bobbled it in the outfield.
Paul wasn't watching though, and
no, he wasn't.
Neither was his first base coach, so hangs it first.
So a 2-out single for Rand Paul brings Trent Kelly to the plate. He walked his first time up. He'll stand in from the left side. Cedric Richmond now will go from the stretch. First offering to Kelly, late swing. I mean, I'm not even going to try and guess, but how fast what's he throwing right now?
He looks like he's picked it up a little.
That's what I'm thinking.
They've talked about him being low 80s a few years ago when he first came. He's certainly close to that if he's not at that level right now.
Trent Kelly from Mississippi. Third base. His manager, Joe Barton, says he's hitting really well. He was here with us last year, so he has a little bit of status.
Foul on the offering, a 1-1 offering, 1-2. Runner will go back to first. Paul will go back to first. 1-2 out. Richmond goes from the full windup. The 1-2 offering to Trent Kelly. Oh, and he steps off. Rand Paul was running the second. Richmond flings it, tosses it to Raul Ruiz, who tags out Paul, and the inning is over. He took off running as he was coming set. He just stepped back off the mound. That's legal.
Yeah, broke a little too early, picked off, got him to commit to second, caught stealing.
You're scoring at home. That's 1-4. Caught stealing. It is time for the president's race, Dave McConnell.
Oh, boy. The bobblehead.
You told me this was your favorite part of the game.
Absolutely. Wouldn't miss it. A bit of irony in my voice.
And those following along at home. By the way, if you're scoring at home, that was 1-4 caught stealing. Now, as you are listening and watching, you're going to get a chance to see the president's race as they will start from center field.
He says they're ready. All right. Please give a round of applause to Dr. O'Connell and the American Osteopathic Association for being a sponsor for tonight's game and for helping our families.
What do you think? I get my money's on George tonight. Who are you going with?
I know Dave's itching to get into this.
Dave, who do you got?
I'm betting on Teddy.
All right.
I'll take Gabe.
All right,
we'll round it out.
Here we go.
It's anybody's race right now. George is going to make the turn. In the lead, and down the stretch they come. Teddy takes the lead over George. Teddy is in the lead. All Teddy has to do is hold on and coast to the finish line. Teddy is your president's race winner tonight, folks.
TR.
At the Congressional Baseball Game. Who had Teddy?
Bully.
Dave McConnell had Dave.
Are you on board now? Is it your favorite thing now?
This is really something to behold. Teddy would be saying bully in real life.
For those keeping score at home, Dave McConnell predicted Teddy would win the president's race.
When did they start that?
The president's
when the
race?
new team came back to town? The old new?
Is that immediately? It was definitely at RFK. I think it was pretty early.
I actually was at almost the last home game of the old Washington Senators at RFK Stadium back in the 70s before they left. Memories.
You were at that game?
I was at that game.
When they called the game early and everybody rushed the field?
Yeah.
The 1-0 offering to Susie. Inside and tight, 2-0.
Wait a minute. Truth in Advertising. I missed that game. It was the game just before that. I was actually with Gordon Peterson, Channel 9 fame, and Channel 7 fame.
Swinging a foul back to the screen, 2-1.
Everybody clap your hands.
Walker with a 2-1 count here as we are playing the bottom of the fourth inning. Republicans trailing 7-2 here at Nationals Park. George Wallace, Dave McConnell, Noah Frank. Thanks for spending your evening with us. And what an evening it is.
Beautiful.
Walker into the windup, swing and a foul. And a great crowd on hand tonight. Lots of money being raised for charity. Over $1 million, we've been told. Over 20,000 tickets sold tonight. And over 700 media credentials issued for tonight's game after the events that took place yesterday. And I think everybody is glad they're here tonight.
Absolutely.
There's a swing and a bouncer right back to Walker. Underhand toss to Rooney at first. One down in the fourth.
Representing the 36th District of the Golden State, California, Raul Ruiz.
Back to the top of the order, Raul Ruiz, who is 1 for 2 tonight. Walker, first offering outside.
The Democrats already come back to the lineup for the third time here in the bottom of the fourth. Gives you an idea of where this game's at.
The 1-0 from Walker, swinging a fly ball out to center. Jeff Flake backs up, he's under it, makes the snow cone catch for the out.
We could see that ball pop out all the way up here.
Jared Huffman now, the third baseman. His third plate appearance. A walk and a ground out to first. Walker's first offering, side ball one. The 1-0 from Walker to Huffman. Ball two. As they have on the scoreboard, representing the Golden State, Jared Huffman.
Right.
There's the 2-0 outside, ball three. You're good people. Here's the 3-0 from Walker.
Yeah.
Huffman just steps back out of the left-handed batter's box. Takes a strike, 3-1.
Huffman's in his third term, represents the California.
3-1, swing and a miss, strike two. If Walker can come back and get Huffman down 3-0, be a good one, quick inning. Get him back into the dugout.
Be a 1-2-3 inning. I was surprised he was still out there. But
I was just going to say, we haven't seen that. And there it is. Tags him out. Strike three.
They're moving along at a pretty fast clip this past couple of innings.
When we come back, we're going to explain why you're never supposed to say that at a baseball game. 7-2, Democrats lead. We played 4 here at Nats Park. You're listening to the Congressional Baseball Game on Federal News Radio. Welcome back to Nationals Park. Democrats leading the Republicans 7-2 here in the 56th annual Congressional Baseball Game being played here in Nats Park. George Wallace, Dave McConnell, Noah Frank with you. Zach Shore, our engineer, Ben Raby back in the Federal News Radio studio, the C-SPAN tonight.
And Dave, I hope you did not curse us, as George was alluding to before the break there.
Oh yes, we'll get back to that in a minute as Kelly sends a ground ball to second base. Ruiz up with it and over to first for the first out. So Dave McConnell, as we went to break, said that we were moving right along at a good pace.
Rapid pace.
Yes,
pace.
And at baseball games, Dave, as soon as you say that, you jinx the entire rest of the game, meaning this is going to slow down.
And considering we had that 40 minutes worth of pregame on-field ceremony, and it took us to 8 o'clock before we were in the second inning, I'm enjoying the very regular, normal pace of this game.
I will zip up my lips, gentlemen, and never do that again.
It's all right, Dave. It's all right. You learned. Look, the first year we did this, you had the 7th inning stretch, which was your moment that night. Barry Loudermilk stands
Wasn't that
in
the
now.
night they were worried about thunder and lightning and they called the game?
Oh, yeah.
Or was that the next year?
No, that was year 2, I believe. Two and 2 to Loudermilk.
Swung on and missed, and Richmond might save you from that curse, Dave, with the pace with which he works.
Right.
The 2-2 to Loudermilk. Strike 3 call. He doesn't like it. It looked good from up here.
That's Richmond's 6th strikeout. He's picked up the pace here.
Costello will step in now as we go back to the top of the order. Costello walked, scored a run, struck out in the 2nd.
Yeah, Ryan Costello.
You mentioned that Fightin' Phil's jersey. That is not a Phillies jersey. That is a Reading Fighting Phil's jersey. That's the AA team for the Phillies.
Just swinging a foul ball, 1-1.
Ryan Costello's his second. I believe this is his second appearance, second year. He did not make the practice yet, the ill-fated practice yesterday, and he mentioned that fact. I put that on his Facebook. I think memories of that will never fade, but I think memories of tonight will never fade either. It's been a very good game, although I guess if you're a Republican, maybe you would like to have it fade, but we'll see. We don't know. That's the thing about baseball.
There's a ground ball to third. Huffman up with it, over to first. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Seven to 2, the Democrats with the lead.
So Richmond's retired 7 of the last 8 that he's faced, and the only guy who got on was Rand Paul with a single, got picked off, caught stealing. So 8 in a row effectively set down. And we just had back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, so maybe Dave's running hot tonight. Picks Teddy to win correctly and avoids the curse with the 1-2-3 inning.
Just on cue, folks, as I mentioned the 7th inning stretch last time, it's the 5th inning stretch now, Dave. Take me out to the ball game. It's all you. Go ahead. The crowd having a good time here tonight, that is for sure. Everybody having a good time. Everybody up, singing on the video board as well.
All right.
Dave McConnell stood for the 5th inning stretch. That is the first time in 4 years, folks. Dave, thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
And Living in America, James Brown playing over the speakers as we in the middle of the 7th inning. I hope we get a final attendance figure here tonight.
Yeah, it'd be good to know.
Yeah.
We talked about it before. I mean, it's wrapped all the way to the Nats bullpen, all the way down the line, up the first base side.
I tweeted a panoramic shot of the crowd at G. Wallace WTOP if anybody wants to check that out. It's a great crowd tonight. As Cedric Richmond steps in. Richmond 2 for 2. He scored a couple of runs tonight as well.
We've even got mostly full sections in the second deck down the left field line. It's basically scattered around in the outfield. Nobody's in the upper deck, but I bet they break that 20,000 number.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Richmond played for Morehouse College. He was a star there, and he's.
And a swing and a shot to deep left. That's going to get all the way back to the wall. The warning track, I should say. Richmond around second. He's going to try for third. Here comes the relay. It's going to be not in time. And Cedric Richmond with a leadoff triple. Not only is he feeling it on the mound, he's feeling it at the plate. He's 3 for 3 tonight. And he hit that one.
Well, Davis tried to move his left fielder back in the last at bat. I don't think any reasonable playing position would have been enough to get this one.
No.
Richmond loses his helmet about 20 feet from second base. I was wondering if he was going to finally get that jersey dirty, that pearl white NOLA jersey he's rocking tonight.
Joe Barton is coming out to the mound, and they're going to have a little chat.
I think we're going to make a pitching change.
Yeah.
The right field bullpen door has opened. He's having a chat with Walker at the mound. Richmond on a knee. That'd be tired too after that. I thought for a second he was. Barton makes the change. Walker out, and we have a new pitcher on the mound. We'll get a name to go with that face. Both teams pretty much on the top step of the dugout here, of their respective dugouts, taking it all in.
We only get 7 innings out here every year. You know, try to get the most out of the experience.
Yep, absolutely.
Even if you're not playing.
So Richmond 3 for 3 on the night. And each year you go into this game thinking who's going to be, you know, one of the guys to watch, and his name's always to the top of everybody's list.
Got that rough start, a couple runs in the first, really settled in, 4 straight goose eggs on the board, and really picking up his strikeouts. Is up to 6 strikeouts.
6, yep.
5 innings of work. As you mentioned, 3 for 3. He's scored twice. He's sitting at third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. And already a 5-run cushion for the Democrats.
And we have a name to go with that face on the pitching mound, Dave McConnell.
Yeah.
Pat Meehan.
All right.
He's going to relieve Walker. And his first batter he will face is Tim Ryan. So Meehan from the stretch. First offering to Ryan inside.
Barton is high on this guy. He said he was exceptional at a recent scrimmage. He looks sharp on the mound. Meehan is mature, shall we say, in his age category. He's 61, and he first entered the house back in 2011. So we'll see what kind of stuff he can produce tonight.
He's fallen behind 3-0 to his first batter, and Tim Ryan.
Pat Meehan, the Pennsylvania 7th.
Here's the 3-0 swing. Miss. Fastball up high.
5-run lead. I guess you get a green light on 3-0.
You get a green light on 3-0? The 3-1 for Meehan coming up. Nope, Ryan's going to step out. I can't really make out the jersey. Can you, Noah? What is he? What jersey is Tim Ryan wearing? Do you know?
I can't pick it up
Can't either, yeah. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. He dropped his bat. Just saying. Ball 4. You've seen it before. All right, fine. Not here. By the way, I must say, we have to give also a special shout-out to part of our research department and Chris Cheon.
Exactly.
Helping out with the notes tonight.
Yeah, he's really great with my prepared ad-libs.
That's right. Chris Cheon back at the WTOP studios is in the our crack research department. Ryan walks down to first.
Of course, Chris can be heard weekends on WTOP Sports. When George is at home resting.
Strike one call in the outside corner.
So I may have an answer for you. Ryan had a Y on his jersey. He's from Ohio.
Okay.
Maybe the Youngstown area. That is his district.
Right.
Youngstown to Akron.
The 0-1 swinging a little looper back to me, and he up with it. Throws over to first, but it gets behind Rooney. Almost hits the runner. And he's going to come all the way around to score.
There was a heavy collision at first base. Right as the ball got there.
Is he okay?
Looks like it. Headed into second. Cardenas came all the way around to score.
Cardenas came all the way around to score after the walk with the pinch runner. And Polis ends up at second. And we're going to pinch runner there as well. Meehan had to rush the throw. It would have taken a perfect throw, but also when you're running down the first baseline, not necessarily if he was on the right side of the line.
It tailed on him a little bit back into the base runner, too.
We're going to have our first pinch hitter of the day.
It's Dan Kildee in now. Took over for his uncle, Dale Kildee, longtime Michigan congressman.
What are you scoring that, Noah? E1?
It's a tough play. I don't know.
Is he going to beat it out?
That's close.
We don't want to be too hard on these guys.
Either way, there's an error in him advancing, but it's a matter whether or not you want to credit him with a hit.
Dave, what do you think? Runner takes off for third. Kildee lets it go for a strike. And Polis down to third.
Kildee is very big on this game. He said it's great we can get together. And it comes at an especially important time that we demonstrate that the divisions can be breached, and our game will be one way to show it.
Meehan gets his first strikeout as Kildee goes down swinging. And coming to the plate now to a standing ovation. Linda Sánchez.
That Linda finally makes her appearance.
Crouching down for the right side. Ball one.
She's not out there looking for a walk, I can tell you that much.
Ball two. The chant of Linda from the Democratic side of the ballpark, which is right below us. Meehan's 2-0 offering. Strike on the outside corner. Of course, nobody liked that one.
See if she gets something to hit 3-0.
She have the green light. She ducks. Oh, a strike on the inside corner. She tossed her bat, thinking it was ball four, and she's got words for the home plate umpire. Why not? It's 9-2.
It's another chance to swing the bat here.
3-1 to Sánchez as she stands in. Polis at third. Meehan's going to go from the windup. He's into the wind. Here comes the 3-1. Over her head, ball four. No? And now she's got words for the umpire. What happened? Did it hit her bat?
What happened?
3-2. It must have hit her bat.
Oh, wow. It's all right. She says it's all right. Waves her manager back to the dugout.
It must have hit her bat. Well, she crouches down, and she didn't get the bat out of the way. So here comes the 3-2, the biggest drama of the night. Linda Sánchez at the plate. The 3-2 from Meehan. Into the wind. Fastball outside, ball four. And there'll be a pinch runner at first base. Hakeem Jeffries will pinch run for Linda Sánchez as she comes around behind home plate, back to the dugout to a nice standing ovation from the Democratic side of the ballpark, right above her dugout. Ed Perlmutter. Dave is now batting. Strike on the corner, and Jeffries takes second.
Perlmutter's from Colorado, represents the 7th district.
We're seeing all the bench this inning. 3 straight pinch hitters for the Democrats.
Meehan into the wind-up, the 0-1. Ball outside, ball 2. 1-1, I should say. Ball 1. Meehan working quickly as well.
Perlmutter's with the math guy is on financial
Ball
services.
gets by Davis, wild pitch. And Polis comes in to score. The 10th run of the game for the Democrats. It's now 10-2 on the pass ball.
This is turning into a rout.
That is accurate.
It'd be hard to beat last year's game.
Yeah.
But this one was close for a while. But the 3rd multi-run inning.
Swing and a miss. Don't know what he's swinging at there. Ball high and outside.
3rd inning of 3 or more runs, for that matter, for the Democrats. 3 in the 1st, 4 in the 3rd, 3 and counting here with 1 out in the 5th.
As Meehan into the wind. Jeffries dances off 3rd, swinging a foul.
Hakeem Jeffries from the great state of New York on 3rd base.
He's taking a pretty healthy lead with the pitcher staying on the windup.
Perlmutter swings and pops it up down the first base line. Rooney over, gets a glove on it, falls down, can't make the catch. Is he okay? He is still down along the first base line. Did it hit him in the face?
He looks a little shaken up. Couldn't tell if that was disappointment or injury.
I thought at first it was disappointment. The trainer's out now to take a look at it. We'll see if we can get a replay. As Rooney went over for that ball in foul territory, got under it.
Got a glove on it, but couldn't squeeze it. Shakes it off. He's back on his feet.
Maybe more upset at himself that he didn't catch the ball.
Yeah.
And Jeffries had an eye on that. He was thinking about tagging and coming home from 3rd if he did catch it. So might have actually been a blessing in disguise.
So Perlmutter stands in, still has life. 2-2, 1 out. Jeffries at 3rd. Well, actually, is Rooney going to come out of the game? He's going to come out of the game.
Tried to stay in, but no sense in pushing this.
We'll see who replaces him at first base, but Thomas Rooney going to come out of the game in the first base dugout after got hit with the ball on that pop-up. Meanwhile, Perlmutter stands in at ball 3, now 3-2. Jeffries dancing off 3rd. Meehan looking in. He's got the sign from Davis. The windup and the pitch bounces it, ball 4.
I wonder where Perlmutter's going with that bat, George.
Mike Conway, it looks like, is going to. Mike Conway goes in at first, and we've got another pinch hitter.
Nanette, another lady player.
And she swings and sends a ground ball to 3rd. Kelly picks it up, throws to first, not in time, she's safe, and a run scores. Nanette, first pitch swinging, drives in a run, and the crowd goes crazy. It's 11-2, Democrats lead.
For the record, Nanette Diaz-Barragan from the California 44th. This is her first Congressional Baseball Game. Pardon me. She also plays in the Congressional Women's Softball Game, but she's off to a great start here.
I would say so, and she's got a full Dodgers uniform on.
And for years, Linda Sánchez was the only woman who played in this game. I'm sure she had a word or two in recruiting a fellow Southern California fan.
Yeah.
We go to the bench again. Marc Veasey. Will pinch hit now for Susie. Four runs home, 11-2. Runners at first and second.
Veasey's from the Texas 33rd.
Perlmutter at second. Nanette at first. Veasey at the plate. Meehan from the stretch now. Curveball. Missed the plate. 2-0. The 2-0 offering behind him. Ball 3. 3-0.
He's on the Armed Services, Science, Space, and Technology. Represents the Dallas region. Marc Veasey.
The 3-0 over for a strike. Doesn't have the green light on 3-0 here. Meehan into the stretch, the 1-1. Strike 2.
All right.
Republicans need outs. Meehan comes set. The 3-2 to Veasey. High, ball 4, walks him. Bases loaded.
That is the danger in this game. It can slow down if people can't find the strike zone. It's the toughest part of baseball in terms of the skill level to be able to get out there and throw strikes. And you see Joe Barton out here make another mound visit.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 4 runs in. Bases loaded. This is a 7-inning game. Barton calling for the right-hander out of the bullpen.
Another conference out on the mound with Joe Barton. And this time...
So Noah, explain now what Dave was talking about before. What is this conversation now?
I mean, it looks like he's just trying to calm him down. It looked like he might make a move. I saw some movement toward the bullpen gate, but did not actually make a call for a relief pitcher, you know. Like, he just tried to get out there, break up the rhythm a little bit.
Yeah.
In steps Raul Ruiz, top of the order. Ruiz a single and 3 trips to the plate tonight. He's also scored a run. He scored the first run of the game. Bottom of the 5th inning, 11-2. Democrats lead.
The Rays from the California 36th.
Here's the 1-0, ball high, ball 2 high. Meehan can't find the plate now.
That is the danger. Go to the bullpen. Go to your second best pitcher who hasn't thrown in a year.
There's a swing by Ruiz and a hot shot to center. Jeff Flake line drive catches it.
And the runner came streaking home from third.
Tag.
Still does not realize.
Perlmutter did not tag. They're going to double him up at third. He's out. Nice job of Ryan Costello noticing that he had not tagged up. And he tags him up, doubles him up. And that gets the Republicans out of the inning in a big way.
Wow.
That was the slowest developing F8-6-5 double play you've ever seen in your life.
4 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 2 on. We go to the 6th. It's an 11-2 Democrats lead. You're listening to Congressional Baseball Game on Federal News Radio. Back here at Nationals Park, the Congressional Baseball Game, 56th annual. Democrats leading the Republicans 11-2. George Wallace, Dave McConnell, Noah Frank with you. Third baseline, our vantage point tonight, as the Cedric Richmond and the Democrats in control. He's only blemished 2 runs in that first inning, and he has shut down the Republicans since then. He goes back to work in the 6th. And John Molinar is going to pinch hit for Jeff Flake. Richmond, the 0-1, ball low.
This game's turned into a bit of a blowout, but I'm glad that they played it. This is there was a question as to whether or not after yesterday's events that they would play.
There's a swing and a one-hopper to Richmond, back at the pitcher's mound, over to Donnelly for the out.
But ultimately, this is a charity event, as George mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Over $1 million raised, which is a huge escalation from years past, where it was still several $100,000, but to break 7 figures for local charities is a testament to
tremendous,
to what this thing can be. And it's this is CNN's or C-SPAN's rather first carrying this game since 1983. I was told from an NPR reporter I talked to before the game. This is not an every year event. This is not something that a lot of people knew about or fully understood. We mentioned they call it the Congressional Softball Game, not understanding this is at Nationals Park. This is on a full ball field. These people go out and train in the mornings before they go to work. This is a huge deal for
4 umpires.
Yeah. I mean, right. We've got a full crew. We've got as good of a stadium full of people as you're going to find on a Thursday night anywhere in the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it really is great that they were able to play this game.
Brady swings at the 0-2 and sends one deep down the left field line. Foul. A good win on that.
Yeah, that would have been in the stands almost.
It is
there.
He's rocking that Jeff Bagwell jersey.
He is.
That looked like that squatty pull hitter from Houston.
Well, he captained his team in University of South Dakota before he became a Texan.
He's got a little bit of that Bagwell stance, too. That nice wide crouch there.
Richmond's got some gas going now. 0-2 goes over Murphy's head.
I don't think the score reflects the game, though. It was much more closely played. But maybe people always say that when there's a large score.
Well, Richmond proving why he is the ace of this Democrat staff. Brady swings and misses at strike 3. Now, we would like to thank our friends at C-SPAN as well for coming along for the ride with us tonight. The Federal News Radio stream, WTOP live stream tonight. You can hear us. Friends listening all over the place, including Lisa Weiner and the entire WTOP newsroom right now listening to us. As the Democrats leading 11-2 here as Richmond is offering to DeSantis, ball 1.
Those who are watching on TV might not know that this is something that we've been doing for the last few years, and it's always a thing in D.C., but obviously it's taken on a larger importance nationwide after yesterday's events.
Hopefully the mood tonight will do a lot to
DeSantis with a line shot to left field.
Bobble.
It's going to fall in front for a base hit. A good wood on that one. Or aluminum. And also thank the Nationals, too, for tonight's opening up extra seats in the ballpark, providing the camera angles as well. It's just been an all-around great evening here, and everybody seems to be having a great time. Crowd's starting to thin out a little bit. 11-2. Fans heading for the exit there at center field, the Metro. Mike Bishop at the plate now. 0 for 2 on the night. Swings and misses at strike 1. Richmond comes set, the 0-1. Inside. Ball 1. 1-1. We do have a pinch runner at first base, by the way. It's Chuck Fleischmann running for DeSantis. At first, 11-2, Democrats lead the Republicans. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, 4 left on for the Republicans, 11 runs, 8 hits, an error, and 6 left on base for the Democrats as Bishop swings and misses for strike 3. And that ends the top half of the 6th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Democrats 11, Republicans 2. Richmond getting handshakes and high fives as he comes off the field. Normally in the big leagues, that means you're done. We're going to the closer, but I don't think that's going to be the case here.
I get the sense he's probably got 3 more outs in him. That's his 8th strikeout through 6 innings, but he hasn't had to labor nearly as much as he did last year when he came out of the game early.
Here's some trivia for you, Dave McConnell, as we was on the scoreboard. What year was the first Congressional Baseball Game played?
1909?
1909, very good. And after last year's Republican win, did you know that the series is now even at 39-1?
We've had it swing the last couple of years, obviously with the Democrats taking the lead from a tied series at 38-1 2 years ago, and the Republicans knotting the all-time series back up last year with their walk-off win. We almost certainly will not see a walk-off tonight. It would require a confluence of events.
And there we go. We have tonight's attendance, 24,959. A record for the Congressional Baseball Game, 24,959 in attendance tonight. That is just outstanding. Last year they had about 10 or 11,000, I believe.
Yeah, that's been about hovering around that number, and that was considered good.
Now pitching, Shimkus.
Now pitching is... Who's pitching?
New pitcher?
John Shimkus is pitching.
So our third pitcher of the night for the Republicans. And he'll face Hakeem Jeffries leading off the bottom of the 6th. Democrats enjoying an 11-2 lead, and
Shimkus, pardon me.
Yeah, just a bit inside there as Jeffries hits the dirt.
Shimkus from Illinois.
Hakeem Jeffries, for those scoring at home, and I know you are, batting in the 2-hole for Jared Huffman.
Shimkus, one of the Republicans who was not able to attend the ill-fated practice. He had a speaking engagement. Let's see what he does with his appearance tonight.
Strike 2 on the corner. 1-2.
I always hesitate to call that an off-speed pitch because you never know. That could have just been the fastball. Looked like something that broke a little bit.
The 1-2 bouncing to Jeffries at the plate, 2-2. Now here's my question: which Jeffries jersey is he wearing? Have you seen the front? That's not a.
Not a Yankees at home.
No,
what was I going
to say? Oh, I was going to say Greg Jeffries. Never mind.
Jeffries.
I'm pretty
Strike
sure
3 call to the inside corner. Jeffries goes down looking. The first out of the inning.
Looks like a Brooklyn Cyclones jersey to me.
All right.
For those not familiar with the hierarchy of minor league baseball, the Cyclones are a short season team that plays down Coney Island.
Cedric Richmond will bat, as you figured he would. 3 for 3, popped him up. Look at it, it's coming back our way, Dave. Below us. Hey, nice catch below us. Let's give him a round of applause. Nicely done. Barehanded. That's a good catch.
Hey, use two hands.
He did use two hands.
You don't have a mitt, use two hands.
Dave, if a foul ball comes up here, are you going to protect us?
Absolutely.
All right, good.
If a foul ball comes up here, I'm buying everybody drinks after. There's no way one of these guys is hitting one up as far up as we are.
Richmond now 1-1 count. Richmond, is he early on us for MVP?
You'd have to think.
Yeah.
You know he wants 4 for 4 here too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Stands from the right side, swinging a foul. 1-2. Shimkus.
How has Richmond batted tonight?
He's 3 for 3. He scored 3 runs.
Couple.
That's pretty good all-round playing.
A couple infield or kind of light hit singles, and then he had that ringing triple.
The bunt back to the pitcher, the single to short, and then the triple. The 1-2 to Richmond. Swing. Line drive shot to Ryan Costello at short. Goes down to his knees to make the catch. That's the only person, one of the only players in the field you don't want to hit it to.
Yeah, and gets a little measure of redemption for the one that he dove for and couldn't come up with earlier. Costello's played a really nice game tonight.
Richmond retired for the first time. Tim Ryan now steps in, 2 down. Shimkus to the plate, pop up down the right field line. It's going to be foul. Shimkus will toe the rubber.
Just really quick, I want to say thank you to Rosa Starbright. I hope I'm saying your name on there. Thank you very much for the super chat, $5. You're awesome. Thank you.
Two and 1 now to Ryan. Democrats have also left 6 runners on tonight. Republicans have left 5.
Tim is a veteran. This is his 13th term. And he's on the Appropriations Committee where they decide how the money is going to be spent.
Good night tonight. Single and a walk, runs scored.
Yeah. Don't recognize the uniform he's got on. Probably something from back in Ohio.
Foul out of play on 2 and 2.
That's the one we talked about the last at bat. I believe that's at Youngstown,
Ohio. You're right.
Jersey.
That's right. Shimkus bounces. Ball 3. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Ball outside. Would have been a ball, it looked like. Ryan goes down swinging. And that ends the 6th. Last chance for the Republicans. When we come back, we go to the 7th. The Democrats leading 11-2. You're listening to the Congressional Baseball Game on Federal News Radio.
All right, folks. So here's a quick update on Scalise. This was updated just a few minutes ago. It looks like the hospital made an update, and it says Congressman Steve Scalise sustained a single rifle shot to the left hip. The bullet traveled across his pelvis, fractured bones, injuring internal organs, and causing severe bleeding. He was transported in shock to MedStar Washington Hospital Center, a level 1 trauma center. He underwent immediate surgery and additional procedure to stop the bleeding. He has reached multiple units of blood transfusions. His condition is critical, and he will require additional operations. And they'll continue doing updates ever so often. But as of right now, he's still in very critical condition, and he is going under another surgery soon. So that's the update on Scalise. Thank you.
Unless there's a miraculous comeback and a couple of extra innings and all of that tonight.
And Ross starts it off right with a single to right field.
He represents the Florida 15th. He's on financial services, oversight, and government reform. And he's in his 15th term. A veteran congressperson.
Steve Pierce will bat for Rodney Davis. And Mike Bishop, who has already been in the game, is going to run it first. See, there are no really rules here. That's okay. As Pierce pops it up in the infield, Richmond backpedals a little bit. I'd let him catch it, and he does.
Interestingly, Pierce has veterans served in the Vietnam War as a pilot. He's been awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. So he has a distinguished career before he became a member of Congress.
Brad Wenstrup will now bat. Ball inside. Runner takes off for second. He slides. He's out at second. How about that? Bishop, pinch running, thrown out at second.
We've seen runners running free all day. That's the first one that got snags. Took to the last inning to happen.
Caught stealing. And we mentioned the tie was played at 4 Mile Run Park. Other places they have played this, and I was just reminded also by a listener, Chris Wallace, listening and watching. The game was played at Memorial Stadium, was played at RFK Stadium, also Griffith Stadium.
Yeah.
Langley High School and PG Stadium, then back to RFK when the Nationals came back in 2005.
Griffith Stadium, I went there a number of times as a kid with my dad to watch the old Washington Senators. It has been raised. It is now, I think, the Howard University Hospital is on its ground.
Corner of Georgia and Florida Avenue, right?
Yeah.
Richmond, a 2-2 pitch, or strike two, I should say, called to Brad Wenstrup.
But it was the home field for both the Redskins and the Nats, the Senators, until about 1961.
Wenstrup,
RFK took over.
Full count to Brad Wenstrup. Republicans down to their last strike. Richmond in the wind. Ball low, ball 4. Wenstrup will go down to first.
Now batting, the pitcher for Greensboro, North Carolina, representing Marc Veasey.
And we'll see another pinch hitter here. Both teams getting both their benches involved now.
Get everybody a chance to play.
Mark Walker, who started the game on the mound, will now bat in the 7th inning. And the first offering is a strike. The 0-1 from Richmond from the stretch. Ball high, 1-1. From the stretch, Richmond. The 1-1 offering inside, 2-1. Is he going to squeeze him now with 2 outs in the 7th?
I mean, that wasn't the sharpest curveball he's thrown all night. I'm sure he's getting a little tired out there.
Richmond comes set. The 2-1 to Walker. Check swing, did he go? He may not have gone, but it was a called strike. 2-2. Republicans again down to their last strike.
North Carolinian Mark Walker.
2 strikes and 2 outs.
Government Reform Committee.
The Democratic side stands again.
Richmond walks around the mound. Now comes back up. Gets set from the stretch. Wenstrup takes a short lead off first. The 2-2. Ball high. The curve.
Couldn't get on top of it.
Couldn't get that one. Let's go Dems, I believe, is the chant below us. Richmond now back up on the rubber. He's going to go from the windup. From the windup. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball right back to Richmond. Fittingly enough, he fields it, throws to first for the out, and this game is over. Cedric Richmond goes the distance. The Democrats back in the win column, 11-2 the final. The Democrats get their 40th win in this series and bounce back after a loss a year ago. 11-2 the final. Democrats in the win column.
And they take the all-time lead back once again. It's swung back and forth the last couple of years. Now 40-39-1 for the Democrats. In this game that's gone since 1909 with a couple of breaks.
Now the teams will meet right close to home plate to shake hands, hugs, and handshakes. And a very well-played game here this evening. A great atmosphere.
Great atmosphere, yeah.
24,959 fans in attendance tonight. Just outstanding, raising over $1 million for charity as the two sides shaking hands.
A lot of emotion out there.
Oh,
a lot of emotion before the game and during the game. It was, as Nancy Pelosi, the House Democratic leader, said, it's Team Scalise tonight, but the Democrats were certainly avid in playing their end of the game. They weren't going to let the Republicans win just to make them feel good, that's for sure. And after tonight, we hope some of the atmosphere of tonight's game, the atmospherics, will get back on the House and Senate floors, and we'll see. The thinking is by those in Congress that the rhetoric will be a little cooler and the attempt at legislating will be a little stronger, and the idea of settling scores and winning points maybe diminished a little bit, but we'll see. And as much as there can be after a tragedy, maybe it was a good thing that this was the very next day. There wasn't a lot of time for anything to unfold. Good point. This was happening already. Everybody was committed to it. They came out here and immediately were able to come together and do something constructive out of the face of that.
And I think it's evident by what we saw tonight that the right decision was to play this game. Absolutely. This evening. As Linda Sánchez getting handshakes and congratulations. She, no doubt, the loudest ovation of the night. Actually, the net also a pretty loud ovation as she singled. I mean, we're talking full Dodgers uniform with the stirrups too, Noah. Yeah,
that's the right look. That's
the right look.
You're going to come out here, come correct.
So the Democrats win it tonight, 11-2. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up as they're going to present the roll call trophy. You're listening to Congressional Baseball Game on Federal News Radio.
All right, folks, so that was the game. Democrats win against the Republicans 11-2. When it comes to the games, they were tied 39 wins for Republicans, 39 for Democrats, and now Democrats lead in wins overall. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining us. If you are new to the community, we encourage you to join us by clicking the subscribe button. Also, give this stream a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys here on the next live stream. If you guys missed any of our previous videos we uploaded today, go and check them out, please. And like I said, I hope to see you guys here next time. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times, and I'll see you soon. Peace.